Well, today, taking the back door off this camera. This camera here. Sorry about the lighting. Let me try and turn that other light on. See if it'll light it from behind. Not really. I suppose the lighting will do. But we are taking this door off without chopping these bits. Smashing the back doors in, exactly. We ain't chopping nothing. No. Quite a harsh light now. I've turned the other one on, isn't it? Let's turning that off would make it better. Probably not. Maybe. Actually, yeah, maybe. Only supposed to take the bloody back door off. Yeah. Is that a bit? Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. I think. This will look like the Jetson case. Yeah. So, taking this door off without chopping it because, yeah, and I've done this a few times because I got some more back doors over here. I have a back door here, a back door here. And hi, a bit. Need to get our screwdriver out. Got all of the bits you could ever need. Quite a good kit this is. Can't remember what size we need. It's got all the back doors open, yes. So what we need to do is we need to open this side door and remove the battery. Which reveals a few screws. One there, one there. And then you take this bottom bit off. Focus. Take this bottom door off. And it reveals another screw. Shut the battery. No, don't shut the battery. That's not that size. What am I doing? Let's. Oh, it's put it upside down. Probably not an Apple device. Yes. Gets this bit. Right. This one, which is a 3 on the size scale. Maybe. Two-pointed. No, it should be this one here, actually. I don't use this kit very often, as you can tell. Should have prepared, really. I don't know what size I need. It's this one. This is what you need. Focus. Focus. And yes, we are using the infamous plane camera. Imagine prepping. I know, right? Hi, Jasper. How you doing? It's not. Take this screw out here. Not really see, I suppose. We try zooming in for a bit more. remove this out of the way and then I'd move the camera. Because this is the only screwdriver size you need. You're going out of focus. Focus! Then as soon as I put my hand there, it's going to unfocus, isn't it? I can't do this without like doing it really weird. Profitable but frustrating. Well, at least it was profitable. That's the main thing. Where did that go? Oh, no. Is this zoomed in enough? You don't have to do this step. I've taken it out. There's one screw. Pop that to the side because you need that later. And there is another screw here. Take this screw out as well. This one came away. I need the Linus Tech Tip screwdriver. I won't be having this problem. So you remove the two screws from here, one that's in the white plastic, one that's in the black plastic. And then there's no more screws there that you need to worry about. Now it's underneath. You have this screw just here. Just need to unscrew that. Like so. Unscrew. As you can see, the screw has gone from there. And then you take this black piece out that you just removed the screws off. This piece here. Back to one side. And then once you do that, this bottom piece just pulls out. From that. Inside label says non. Oh, it does. I didn't notice that. But when you pull this out now, so we're going to separate. So that's all that's holding it on was those three screws. But once you separate this section, this side door will come up. Let me zoom back out. So once you pull it out, pull this out, this side door will come off as well. But don't worry about that; it'll go on quite easily. There is a focus. See the two joining pieces, where you can use the piece that's just there as well. You'll be able to pull it from there. Eureka. And then you just give it a tug, really. So as you can see, I've moved it slightly and the door's come off. Don't worry about that. Zoom out a little bit more so you can see a bit easier. Just putting my nail under the front. Just give it a tug. And then this is the Sony camera here, and this is the housing. Are we building an FBI feature? Yes. So then zoom back in again a bit. Just that close. So you can see this little black tab here. Just need to pull this out. What am I up to? I don't know. It's a little bit fiddly. You'll get there. It's hard to show on camera. You see right at the back there is the tab I'm moving. But it just pops out. You just need to have a play with the tab. Imagine this whole string getting flipped out of context. And then out comes your back door. Your back door. It's back of the case now. You haven't got a flapping back door. Solder a full-size HDMI port on it. That's true. Yes. But while we've got it open, you might as well let's go a bit wider. This is the inside of a Sony action camera. If you haven't seen it before, these are the infamous ports just here. This one in particular. It's that one, isn't it? Yeah. But as you can see, this is buried. You can't get into it with any tools without taking half of it apart, like with a multimeter or anything, without taking half of it apart, which is why I've not done it yet. So instead of cutting the door, you then, for resale value, you still have the back door, you see, why we're doing this. And then just like a Haynes manual would tell you, reassembly is the reversal, basically. Just be careful of your battery flap. It's not a flap, I'm just calling it a flap now, but just be careful of that when you're pushing it all back together. But you want to get it so far in. So that needs to be way off camera. So your battery flap needs to be in the downward position, just as you're putting it back in. So it slides in. You want to probably get it about there. You still got it out slightly. And then you just need to play around with the side door. There's a little guide. This camera. Focus. Focus, please. So you can see there's a little just here. This is where the side door needs to sit on when you're putting it together. And then you just push that in like that. And then this door is back on. And then just underneath, you need to get this door. It's not a door, but your micro SD slot protector. Put that back in. Did you take yours apart then, Slip? And then you take this section here. Just be worth noting with this one. Obviously, I'm going slow as well, right? That this black plastic piece, the top bit, the black piece needs to be underneath the white of the case screw hole, and then the other bit sits on top. But you chopped it, and then that just sits back in like that. And then you just pop your screws back in. Obviously, make sure you've got this in before you do this piece. This piece before you do this piece. Make sure your screw holes are lined up. The other one sits on top. No. Hopefully you got a magnetic screwdriver because it will make it a bit easier. But top tip when it comes to screwing is just go backwards slightly, turn it the opposite way, So don't, so like turn it, yeah, turn it the opposite way, and then you'll feel it go into the hole, and then that's when you can start screwing, and it won't cross the thread. Okay, and then don't go too tight. Just want it just right. So obviously it's very TOS. It's just your mind chat. I'm just talking about how to do the camera. And then you get the next screw. You just do the same. Ready? Get it in the hole. Then have shaky hands. Work a little bit better. Just go in the hole. Turn it back until you'll feel it drop into the hole, and then that's when you can go forward on your screwing action. But not too tight, just right. That's what you want. It's like that. And we've got the final screw to do. Will be this one, which goes just here. Shaking a bit. Yeah, turn it backwards, you'll feel it drop into the hole, and then just screw nice and gently. And there we go, that is you complete. So you can close the door up now. Finish with that. As you can see, the battery tab from earlier just naturally sits back where it should. And then you just need your battery. Have just here. Got the NPBX1. It's the same as this one, but different design. So is one fake and one real? I don't know. So just a different design. I don't know. Either way, doesn't really matter. And that's the type of dot is filthy talk. And obviously, just remember with these cameras that the battery, if you're putting it back in, you don't have to have the battery. Yeah, you don't have to have the battery in it. It will run without the battery. But obviously, you'd naturally think that it goes that way. Because, you know, logo's there. But no! It goes upside down. Just close the side door. Just close the side door. Lock it back up. And then it's like you've never been there.